destined partner is, lo and behold.
Huh? Me? I mean, sure, he's reliable and all, but all this destiny stuff is just...
One thing I will say is that if you have Aigis as your destined partner, she gives an extremely deadpan "ah" when you fall down, and it's great. Here we are on the final floor of the group date cafe. I'll just move this. It's called The Big Day.
Ow, jeez. Oh, my skirt's gotten all dirty. Wait, where are we? It looks like no one's around, but... What the? Why are we holding hands? I'm fine, so will you please let go? Huh? What's going on? Why can't I let go?
It seems you have reached your destination.
What the?
This seems to be a path where lovers who met their destined partners discuss their love for each other.
With their hands forcibly fused together, which is not creepy at all.
What could be waiting up ahead? You are free to step forth hand in hand, curiosity and fear in your hearts, or you can refrain.
But you will still be hand in hand.
Hold on. What are we supposed to do about this?
You are free to step forth or refrain from doing so. These are your apparent options.
But if we refrain from doing so, it's likely our hands will be stuck together forever. This I've always found really disturbing about this whole thing, but there's a bit more disturbing about this to come.
Now, step forth.
No way. Seriously? Hey, what should we do about our hands?
I mean, Gary Stu certainly likes this.
Happy? What are you saying? What? I mean, I'm not hating this or anything. Don't get me wrong. Oh, jeez. Stupid.
And she's turned into a tsundere.
Come on, let's get going. If we don't find a way out, we'll be stuck like this forever, right? And don't get any weird ideas just because we're holding hands. Got it?
So, this would normally be the way out of here. We're arbitrarily not allowed to use it. We have to keep going. We must step forward, hand in hand. Literally.
Suddenly, all in attendance hear an announcement.
Oh, there it is again! Now what?
Up ahead, they see a bride and groom's joyous commemorative photograph of love. They confer between them whether to look at it or ignore it.
What? I'm getting a bad feeling about this. What is this? I don't remember taking any pictures like this. When was this taken?
I love how it just says happy wedding.
Wait, hold on a sec. Something looks off about this. Is this photoshopped?
And saying that so they don't get sued. Yeah, they just copy-paste the characters' heads onto this picture. Though, funnily enough, if you've got Aigis, at least if you're having the P3 main character, he's the bride.
What do you think all that was about? Me and you getting married?
Well, it's not like Garisu comes from a universe where getting married gives you game-breaking powers or anything.
Weird. Am I nervous? Hey, say something. I'm getting embarrassed being the only one talking here.
Well, it's kind of hard to do that with a silent protagonist. Also, that's really tempted to do that. I actually don't really want to select this because I feel like Yukari wouldn't like that, but at least we get to see this.
You moron! There's no need to mimic the photo! Wait, hold on. Your hands, they're on my waist. Hey! How long are you gonna keep this up? Jeez, don't push your luck. Normally I'd slap you for that.
You do have one free hand. You could still do it if you wanted to.
My hand happens to be stuck right now, so I can't do anything. But normally, I really would slap you. Got it?
Well, again, you do have a free hand.
Ugh, I'm all tired now. There's still more to go. I guess we should keep going.
The atmosphere feels heavy for some reason. You can check this as many times as you want, by the way. Okay, actually going back and re-recording this just to see what happens if you choose this.
What are you, a first grader? You're supposed to be more considerate at times like these. I mean, no, that's not what I meant. It's not like I was expecting something more. Oh, jeez, what am I saying? Ugh, I'm all tired now.
But before we continue further on the road of love, map completion! Even though it's pretty unnecessary here, but still, map completion! And now let's go! And see what looks to be a church in the background. Yep, this is going exactly where we think it is.
Hey, I've never even thought about what I'd look like in a wedding dress, but...
Well, in Gary Stu's universe, they have items that can change you into a class that wears one.
This is just a what if, okay? If I happen to find the right guy someday, getting married might not be so terrible or something.
Well, I wonder who that would be.
Huh? Well, it would have to be someone who could support me while giving me my space. Oh, that might describe you pretty well. Wait, whoa, I'm not saying I want you to marry me or anything, okay?
Also, you never heard this from me, but the reason why he gives you your space is because he's off dating other girls at that time.
Oh, I messed up. I'm making things awkward, huh? Don't worry about what I just said. Just forget it all. Deal?
Yes, he's totally gonna forget that you just admitted that you'd consider marrying him someday. The bears are back. But wait, isn't that a church with wedding music playing? Aren't these two a little young to be getting married? Something's very wrong here. These scenes do have a lot of sweet moments, but I still feel there is this really unsettling feeling overall in this whole thing.
The long-awaited moment has come. The bride and groom are finally about to enter. The last moment of hesitation has arrived before you are to be wed.
Will you listen? Are you serious about this wedding thing?
There's no way this would be legally recognized either.
Through your own free will, you decide to vow eternal love to each other.
No, we didn't. You're forcing us to. So that's the other thing. I've actually noticed looking back, there's a really big theme of the illusion of choice in this dungeon. This voice keeps talking about making decisions of your own free will, but we never had a choice. We had to go through all the selection rooms of destiny to get here, and this is just one long path that leads up, that funnels us directly to one destination.
No, we didn't!
I think this is all very deliberate, but I'll talk about that when I talk about the symbolism of the dungeons and bosses, which I'll do in a later video, because spoilers.
I mean, normally there's more preparations that go into this, like the proposal and rings.
Yeah, that's what you should be worried about right now.
That's not what I mean either.
Now, open the door together.
Well, alright. I'm gonna mark this door in red because it sounds ominous.
Hey, will you hold on? I didn't agree to this. Don't you know there's a proper procedure for these things?
And time to meet, in many people's opinion, the best boss in the game.
Now, let us pay. Yes!
Leader, look out! This is impossible for just the two of you! I object to this wedding.
If you're on Aigis' route, it's Mitsuru who objects, interestingly enough.
After dodging countless traps and defeating countless enemies, Aegis is here at your service.
So you fought off screen? Please tell me we get experience for that? The answer's no, sadly.
I have brought everyone to rescue you. You can relax now.
Time to say your vows.
A priest?
Time to say your vows.
Meet the Merciful Clergyman, the handiest boss in this game.
In sickness, full and death. In health, magnificent. Prepare to meet your maker. For now you shall die.
No! Don't come near me!
And so it's time to fight Guardian 2.
He must be the guardian of this place.
Stay back, Ray.
I'm scared.
The Merciful Clergyman, as I said in the previous part, but in case you didn't catch that, is weak to electricity, making it one of the few Guardians with an actual weakness. And it doesn't actually have even as much HP as that optional Elizabeth fight earlier. The theme of this battle is going to be binds and status ailments, namely ones that restrict your actions, but this fight also has a different gimmick that restricts your actions too. This is also one of the few bosses to be immune to most ailments, but it's not immune to poison, and poison totally breaks this fight in two, but I'm going to be specifically doing the fight without poison. So, let's see what to do. I'm actually going to go for, off the bat, Orb of Power, because let's just say I might not get many chances to do this in this fight. Alright then, let's see what he's going to do. I'm just going to go ahead and, Gurento, I guess. Kanji is going to go and, yeah, I think he'll... Do I Bowl Link now for that, or do I set up... I think I'll set up Bestial Roar. How do I go about doing this? Okay, I've got an idea here. Bowl Link first for boost, then Power Charge, then Bestial Roar, and then I'll attack. Power Charge lasts until you next use a physical attack. The problem is that this guy might throw a wrench into that plan depending on what he chooses to do. We'll see. We're going to just be attacking him for the time being. Naoto will set up Holy Blessing because he does have quite a few bind-using attacks. And if Zen and Ray get hit with Magic Bind, they can't use Becalm to cure our bind, so I'm really hoping that they don't get hit with that. They're just going to attack. Nope, they're going to go ahead and use Thunderclap for the boost. Because we may not get many opportunities to do this with them, depending on what he chooses to do. You'll soon see what the main gimmick of this fight is. Holy Blessing's pretty expensive, though.
Here I go.
Which is a problem with it. And yet, that's gonna fail, because that would be Magic Bind.
Get ready!
Oh! Here is the main gimmick of the fight, vows.
A vow not to strike?
Vow to him?
But I don't wanna!
The color of the coffin that he's set up is the same as the color of the command that vow forbids. In this case, we can't use our basic attacks. Attacking skills are fine, just not basic attacks. I'm gonna actually go ahead though and have Garyastu break the vow just to show what that does. Because you really don't want to be breaking these vows. Bad things happen. But using our skills is fine for the time being. So Naoto will go ahead and use Magaru to avoid getting hit by a vow, and you're going to go and use... I guess you can just do Thunderclap again.
It's all mine.
I kind of wish that Kanji's attack hadn't missed then. Because he's going to be my big damage dealer there. So when it comes around to the Clergyman's turn, he'll use Holy Wrath, which inflicts heavy or mighty damage, and
Here I go!
and all three binds on anyone who breaks a vow. These binds penetrate bind immunity, as you can see there, because Holy Blessing was up, but he still got hit by all three of them.
That's what happens if you break a vow? Oh, but now the coast's clear!
This complicates things considerably.
Yes, it does, especially if he decides to do one, So I normally really enjoy this fight. I find it's not that difficult, and it's just a straight up fun fight that comes at the end of a straight up fun dungeon. And it fits the lighthearted tone of the dungeon, really, but the next dungeon will not be nearly this lighthearted. So just remember that. I'm not really sure what you're going to do for now. You're just going to go ahead and defend. But there is one problem that I have with it, and that is that if he decides to set up a vow in the middle of a turn, and you've already used actions that would break that vow, you'll get the penalty without really knowing that you would have got the penalty. It's just... you'll maybe see that later in the fight. It gets particularly frustrating with the anti-skill vow that he does, which is by far his worst vow because it seals off so much. Zen and Ray are good in this fight because they can actually cure binds, including the ones inflicted by breaking a vow. So yeah, he'll restrict your actions with vows, he'll restrict your actions by paralyzing, panicking you, or binding you. Restriction is a huge theme of the fight. Uh-oh, that could be bad. Oh, great.
This time he said not to use skills.
I hate this vow. It seals off so much. Because there's really not much we can do at this point. You can at least use Medea. And I suppose I could have someone use a Patra Gem on Kanji. I can't attack with Kanji though, because that would get rid of his power charge. Because it applies to all skills, not skills that target him. So even using a passive buff skill on yourself is going to count as breaking your vow here. This is bad. You're going to actually go ahead and use a Patra Gem to cure Kanji's paralysis, even though it's a little early in the fight to be doing that. And we've lost Holy Blessing, and I can't put it back up again without breaking a vow. Like I said, I really, really hate the skill vow in particular. The others can easily be worked around, but this just seals off so much of your damage dealing and your support. I kind of feel like they should have been split into vow that you won't use physical attacks and vow that you won't use magic. Oh crap, I forgot about that. He will attack occasionally, but his basic attacks aren't really that big of a threat in this fight.
That's what happens if you break a vow? Oh, but now the coast's clear!
So we have to fight it while keeping the vows.
Yes, and I kind of failed at that before. Okay, you still have power charge, it will wear off fairly soon, but if I Bestial Roar, I will be able to get in, unless he does a skill vow next turn, I'll be able to get in the power charge Bestial Roar Bolt Link, and that's going to deal a lot of damage. Okay, that again. Naoto will set up the Holy Blessing once more, and I guess you're going to have to spend your turn using Becalm to get rid of Garystu's binds, because I was an idiot and forgot about that vow. I thought for some reason healing would count as not using skills, but yep, that is a skill, obviously. Just using a basic attack there. I can't wait until I can talk about the symbolism of this fight, but I can't just yet because spoilers. You wouldn't think the symbolism here would be heavily spoilery, but trust me, it really is.
This time he said not to use items.
Well, that's actually fine. I can finally safely use Medea. Okay, now as long as Kanji doesn't miss here, this should be a pretty productive turn. Again, as long as he doesn't miss here. Because if he does, this could be bad. This boss, oh no, no cut in, that could have missed. Okay, good, it hits. And that power charge is going to carry into the link damage. Bestial Roar's buff too. Yeah! Power charge really adds up with other buffs, especially with link skills.
Take this.
Okay, nobody broke a vow there. Someone's probably gonna get... Okay, nobody got unboosted. Vow's gone.
Little sheep who flout gold, I'll make you take your vows.
Oh, I think the vow's been lifted for now. We can do things without him getting mad now?
Yes, it appears that way.
That's a good way to explain it. Yeah, that hit him pretty hard. Let's go for Medea again. I kind of want to build up the support meter. I might have actually skipped one of his... No, I haven't skipped one of his quotes. We'll give another quote when he's on half health. I really don't want to skip any of these guys' quotes because they're all amazing. So, I actually watched this fight in Japanese before the game came out in English. And, you could actually go for a second healing skill, but no, I think I'll go for Thunderclap. Yeah, well, I watched it in Japanese back when the game was first out, and this guy is just as hilarious in Japanese. He speaks in gratuitous English, so you know that "you will die" line that he says before the fight? That line is in English in the Japanese version. So I was always wondering how they'd handle it in the localization. I was not disappointed at all. I didn't expect them to go for hammy southern creature, but I love it. Oh, great. Well, thankfully it missed you. I love how he puts that. That is no navigator skills.
We're all ready. Is it time for an all-out attack?
I was hoping to get one of these too.
Women, amen. You do not believe in the word of God. That is a sin. The sheep have tired you up. More vows, more penance.
A vow not to be bossy?
That actually affects you though. I'm not calling you bossy, but it means I can't use navigator skills. What I was saying though is, it makes me so annoyed that this game's behind the voice actors page doesn't list the voices for anyone not in the main party, because I really want to know who voices this guy. They did a fantastic job. And yeah, I'm just so sad that we don't really know who voices him. Like, a lot of people are wondering who voiced the Queen of Hearts too. But this guy's voice is one of the best things in this game. It's so good. Anyway, I think I might actually go for recovery just to be safe.
Persona!
So the thing with poison damage is, poison damage doesn't count against breaking any vows, so you can just poison him and just defend every turn, because he has no vow against defending, and he'll just die, and you won't have to worry about the vows at all. So that's partly why I actually didn't want to do that, because it ruins the main gimmick of the fight, in my opinion. I'm doing that just so that I have the freedom to use Holy Blessing later on. Kind of funny that we're using Holy Blessing against a priest boss. Well, he's going down.
Did you hear the voice of God? Believe and you will be saved. If not, the sin is thine. It's too early to go to his side. Mercy is a virtue. Welcome the salvation of agape.
Oh, I think the vow's been lifted for now.
Now we can employ our preferred tactics.
Well, he's almost down. Kanji no longer has Bestial Roar, though. We might not even need it, though. And I could use Toxic Slice now, but I still want to do this fight with no poison. I guess I'll set up Bestial, although he could always just set up a no skills vow in the middle of the turn. We actually haven't seen something that he starts doing when he's on low health, but maybe we will, depending on how this goes. Do I still have Holy... Nope, I do not have Holy Blessing up. Let's go for Holy Blessing again. I'm gonna have someone defend just in case he does a mid-turn vow. Because again, we actually have not seen something that's a major gimmick of the later part of this fight. Hopefully we will see it this turn.
Come, Ikune Kifuna.
Ironically, Sukuna Hikuno is actually using a medicine-related skill now, for the first time. Another Bolt Link. I don't think he should be down yet. Heat Wave. Come on, do your thing that you do when you're on low health. There we go. Later in the fight, he'll start forbidding 2 actions at once. He won't specifically tell you which vow he's using, so you'll need to have memorized what the colours mean. In this case, he's vowing against leader skills and basic attacks.
What? He's banning multiple things at once.
I just realized this guy could also be a representation of some competitive Smash Bros. Players. But anyway, not that, you know, I mean, I understand that certain stages are banned for a reason, but it's fun to joke about that sometimes. Okay, no basic attacks. I just want to take back all of my turns in case I accidentally made someone do a basic attack. Zionga, you can just go ahead and Magaru, and you will use Thunderclap.
Go, Izanagi!
This fight is almost over. Like I said, it's really not that difficult if you're paying attention to the vows. It's more just have fun fighting a boss with hammy dialogue. Again, a fun boss to cap off a fun dungeon. The next dungeon will not be nearly this lighthearted and fun though, trust me. Well, I mean, it's fun if you like brutal difficulty, but yeah, we'll see. I'm looking forward to the next dungeon, but I was looking forward to this fight too.
Oh, I think the vow's been lifted for now.
Now we can employ our preferred tactics.
He should be almost gone, so let's just go ahead and spam everything, I guess. It'd be cool if Zen and Ray got the finishing blows here.
Take it. Izanagi!
And the battle is over.
Nice fighting, guys.
Nice experience, too.
Looks like your persona's getting stronger.
Yet more power charging. I guess I can get rid of Pulumpa, because I already have more reliable panic on other personas. And yes, Ares will learn Shinkuha on the next level, which is good.
My persona's gotten stronger.
Pain Eater. I've noticed a lot of Death Arcana personas learn this. That's a decent skill, but... Well, who am I kidding? Let's get rid of Windwall. I don't really... Actually, Windwall might not be a bad idea for the next dungeon. I've got links on other personas, but passing down Flame Link might... Oh, there's too many good skills I've got here. I've got Pain Eater on other things, I think, actually. Next is Stun Circle.
I hope I can contribute even more now.
Really? Patra this late into your learn set? No thanks. I personally just prefer buying Patra gems for that.
I've leveled up.
And I will continue to grow with you.
And you've learned Renewal, removing debuffs for a 1-row. Considering that, I believe the P4 protagonist learns Dekunda, which removes debuffs from your entire party, that's not the most useful of Ray's skills. You get Platinum Coin next. This would have been useful in that fight, but you're probably not going to be level 31 before that fight. But it is over. Sadly, the merciful clergyman is gone.
Oh, just as we thought. A chest.
I will open it.
Zen! No! Don't touch that! Sorry. I'm sorry, Zen.
Something about the ends of each of these labyrinths always gets to her.
It's all right. I'm as confused as you are.
Is that a toy ring? Like the ones they sell at fairs?
Well, I guess it kind of makes sense to be getting a ring at the end of a wedding-themed area.
I had one back in the day. It made me feel like a princess, and that was my royal heirloom.
So Zen, is anything coming back for you yet?
Yes. I was searching for something in this world. It was because Ray cried, but I couldn't find it. Ray, I think this ring is yours.
I don't know.
Then why did you tell me not to touch it?
I don't know. I just thought that you shouldn't.
That stuffed rabbit we found in the previous labyrinth, that was also Ray's. Why are her things in the depths of the labyrinths?
Zen, I hate you, Zen.
Hate? Me?
It's all your fault. I don't care about you anymore.
Ray, don't cry. I'm sorry, it's my fault.
Are we kind of intruding here?
This cruelty is trying on us single people. I do have a space open right here, you know.
It'll be open forever.
Well done, everyone. When you get back, please come to the Velvet Room. Another lock is about to come off.
It is. Then our hypothesis was correct.
And yeah, again, this does count as a chest for the purposes of the map.
Are we still going? Can't we go back?
Just as soon as I mark in the walls here. And yeah, this place is kind of unique. Because this actually counts as stairs. And if we go up here, we actually arrive in an area of the group day cafe we couldn't access before.
Shall we examine it more closely?
You've gotten most of the information about this floor by now.
Oh, and by the way, you can't access more than that single tile of that last selection room of Destiny. If you try and go in there again, you'll fall back down to the big day. So now we can actually pick up the floor completion chests, though you might want to be a bit careful walking around because...
Hey, there's that swirly thing again!
Forgot Kanji said that. Because if you die here, you will have to fight the boss again. So it's probably a good idea to go over there and save before going for the chest. But I like to live dangerously. And our reward
I found a
is...
treasure box.
Blazing Flame, yet another chance of blocking an element item, this time for fire. And now we can leave. The heart-shaped lock is gone.
After the bell rang a moment ago, the lock started rattling.
So it's safe to say the labyrinths are linked to these locks.
And also to the bell, if previous events are any indication.
If we traverse the remaining 2 labyrinths and retrieve what their guardians are protecting, the doors allowing us to return to our worlds will most likely open.
It's clear that these doors are connected to the real world from which you all hail. We looked into them, and we don't sense the presence of shadows beyond these doors. From one of the doors, I detect the familiar air of the world I know well. And from the other, Elizabeth and Theo say they feel something similar.
That means we're about halfway done. Looks like this might be a breeze to finish up.
And it's about to get even tougher.
You're our leader. You can't be tired yet.
Well, there's no tiredness in this game, thankfully.
Well, at least there seems to be no reason to rush this. We'll be fine if we stay properly prepared.
Again, the original Akihiko's personality struggling for control.
Risei-chan and I have located the next labyrinth. It's a display called the Evil Spirit Club.
It's a display called the Evil Spirit Club.
They're holding it at the second-year class 4 room.
I'm sorry, but, excuse me 1 second, I'm out, I don't want to do this anymore, I'm gone. Nope, you can't make me go to the Evil Spirit Club, don't make me go there, please don't make me go there.
Second year class 4?
Let me guess, you don't have a second year class 4, because 4 in Japanese culture represents death, due to one pronunciation of the character for 4 being the same as the pronunciation for death.
Don't each of the years at our school only go up to class 3?
Yep, called it.
That display's name is already a huge red flag for me.
Don't worry, Chia, it's a red flag for everyone who's ever played this game too.
With a name like that, maybe it's a haunted house. Are you scared, Chia-san? But you're an adult.
I'm pretty sure it's perfectly fine to be scared of the Evil Spirit Club.
Fine, I'll go.
Well then, everyone, please be careful on your way.
Yes, careful is right. It's certainly something. But we won't actually be taking that on next time. Because at the Nurse's office, we do have a few more requests. Just as a bit of a sneak preview. Might as well pay for healing, because we just fought a boss. This one is actually a pretty significant quest. It doesn't involve the labyrinth at all. It's another one of these that involves dialogue choices, and you can potentially get a good item out of it if you answer everything correctly. This one is a quest to defeat an FOE, so we'll have to go back into the group date cafe and hunt the FOEs within.